banks are pocketing money off us, 4.8 billion to be exact, by hiking UK mortgages faster than savings. We're going to have a look at this exclusive from My News, guys. Let's go. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, guys, wherever you are in the world. This is REGANELITE here with an exclusive from iNews, and that is the Great British Interest Rate Rip-Off. Banks are pocketing 4.8 billion by hiking UK mortgages faster than savings. The rich are trying to stay richer and trying to keep the poor poorer, guys. It's like no helping hand here, guys. It's frustrating. High street banks are accused of appalling rip-off and exploiting base rate rises for the profit. So you can see here, this is the source from the Bank of England. This is the bank rate for currently at 4.5% here of the interest rate. It's not, it's just not good. We need it to go down, but how we'd go about that, everyone has solutions in that, but it's not good. But the fact that the banks are kind of profiting off it, it's not good either. So let's dive into it. High street banks have been accused of an appalling rip-off after they raked in 4.8 billion in extra profits by not passing on the interest rate rises to savers while increasing mortgages, the eye can reveal. Several of the UK's biggest banks, including HSBC, Barclays and Lloyds, have been accused by MPs and experts of exploiting customers by experiencing the cost of living crisis. So this is according to them. So banks profiting from the rise in interest rates. This is retail net interest income. So here in the column, so we've got from Santander, 2021, 3.356 billion to 2022, 3.67 billion. So they'd have a difference of 315 million. That's a 9.4% increase for Santander. NatWest 2021, 4 billion. In 2022, over 5 billion. That is a profit of a difference of profit not really the right word, is it really? Over £1 billion of increase. That's 28.2% increase in money going into them. HSBC 2.7 billion on 2021, now 3.6 billion, 881 million, and that's a 31% difference. Barclays 5.5, just over 5.2 billion, and in 2021, 2022, 5.8 billion. In 2022, sorry, I'm getting my numbers mixed up. 2021, 5.2 in Barclays. 2022 is 5.8 billion with 691 million, an increase of 13.3%. Lloyds Bank, 2021, 5.8 billion. 2022, 9.7 billion. That is well over £1 billion, 1.197 billion. That's a 14% increase for Lloyds Bank. TSB, £868 million in 2021. In 2022, they made £981 million. So that's over £100 million they've made. That's a 13% increase for them. And then at the bottom there, Nationwide, £3.1 billion in 2021. They've made £3.5 billion in 2022, an increased difference of £460 million of 13%. Publicly available figures lay bare how banks have profited from mortgage costs while increasingly while interest on savings accounts have failed to keep pace. The Tory chair of the Treasury Select Committee, Harriet Baldwin, has told banks must do more for savers, as experts include consumer champion Martha Lewis called for action. The analysis compared the publicly declared net interest income from the annual accounts published by 7 of the UK major high street banks. Net interest income is the profit made by banks from charging higher borrowing costs on mortgages and loans compared to what they pay out in interest on savings accounts. Annual reports show that they collectively rake in 4.8 billion in additional earnings during 2022 due to interest rate rises. They increased from 28 billion in 2021 to 32.8 billion in 2022. During this period, the Bank of England's base rate increased from 0.1% to 3%, with the increase being passed on to mortgage rates, interest rates higher at a much higher rate than the savings accounts, increasing profits for banks. The base rate has since risen to 4.5% with a further increase of 0.25% points expected on Thursday, further increasing the plan for mortgage holders. Mrs. Baldwin told the that the banks need to be doing more for customers during the cost of living crisis. Banks are a fundamental part of our financial system and have a key role to play in encouraging savings, Ms Baldwin said. Yet we know banks are keeping easy access saving rates low for their most loyal customers while reporting higher profits. With mortgage rates on the rise, it's clear that the banks have to do more in this area. Dame Angela Eagle, a Labour MP and a member of the committee, called on the Competitions and Markets Authority to conduct a rapid review of this appalling rip-off. She told the Eye that more than $4 billion of unearned bank profits being taken from savers by not passing on interest rates during the cost of living crisis is a sign that banks may think that they can do what they like. The Chancellor must act to restore some fairness to a market distorted by unchecked greed and profiteering. Now, obviously, I have no expertise in this field whatsoever, but the banks are making so much money, they need to do something to help the ordinary people as well. And the fact that they're constantly making money, and they're making even more money while people are still struggling to ends meet, it's not a good sign as it is. I mean, the relationship between us and banks is not that great anyway. It's already was pretty hard to take when we had the 2008 financial crash. So this is not helping anyone, to be fair. They really should be doing more. Amongst the biggest earners are NatWest and Lloyds, which posted a $3 billion in additional earnings made from not passing on interest rate rises to savers between them. Banks are under no legal obligation to pass on official charges to interest rates to savers, although historically most lenders pass on some, if not all, base rates increases to savers. Because the government are kind of sitting on their hands here with it, the government are kind of incompetent, so the banks can kind of like, yeah, we can hold on to this money and kind of get away with it because no one's doing anything about it. Interest rates for fixed rate home loans have soared in recent weeks by 0.5% points, meaning an average 2-year deal is now at 5.9% according to analysis, but banks have a far slower to pass to rate to savers, with the average easy access account now paying 2.32%. Chancellor Jeremy Hunt said on Wednesday that the UK had no alternative than to raise rates in a bid to calm inflation, which stands at 8.7%. But experts have said that banks should be doing more to incentivise people to save with better deals to help bring inflation down. The Institute of Physical Studies Director Paul Johnson told the Eye that the Bank of England has increased the base rate to incentivise people to save more as it takes money out of consumption. Well, it's all telling people, yeah, you guys need to save more. Well, people can't even make ends meet right now. We're trying to encourage people to save money. Clearly, if they can't find products, that's not going to help. A Treasury source said that the government would encourage savers to explore the full range of products available in the market to find the best rates. Robert Salter, Director of Accountability for Blick Rothenberg, said banks have been proactively exploiting the increasing official rate of interest over the past 12 months. Barclays spokesperson said we regularly review the interest rates across all our saving products. Santander said we take many factors into account in what determines the interest rates, and we offer to saving customers. Base rate is the only factor. HSBC spokesman says we actively review the rates across our range of saving accounts. Lloyds referred the Eye to UK Finance, who said banks are a commercial organisation and therefore seek to offer the best possible value to customers while also making a profit. NatWest referred to Eye to its offers of up to 6% on certain savings accounts. And a nationwide spokesperson says, as a building society, all our profits are retained and reinvested for the benefit of our members, not paid out to shareholders. We always pay our savers the best that we can sustainably afford. TBS has also been contacted for comment. This is okay. So obviously, as I said, guys, I'm not. I don't have much in that. When it comes to finances and that, this is not my experience of expertise. But I think it's very important, yeah, for people to know that banks are still making money, and they're making even more money while we have a cost of living crisis. And it's not helping. And more needs to be done. All these institutes need to do more to ensure that the general people are getting everything they possibly need. And 4.8 billion extra just doesn't sit right with me, guys. But I'm sure you guys in the comments will help me out when it comes to better understandings of this. That is for sure. But what do you guys think of this? Let me know down in the comments below. Like, share and subscribe. Thank you very much for watching, and I will catch you all very, very soon.
Yeah.